I'm back again, guys, and today I'm excited to talk about this. So I'm still on Senator Natasha's issue. She received a rousing welcome, a very loud welcome from her constituents in her hometown yesterday. Guess what? This was after the Kogi state government imposed a compulsory curfew in the state, not just the state, specifically her local government. They made sure that there was a curfew, they imposed a curfew. They restricted, the state restricted political gatherings, restricted rallies, and what have you, just because they knew that Natasha was coming. They said no convoys, no political rallies, no gathering, nothing of the sort. But Natasha came in a helicopter. Let us watch this video together. Can you guys see the crowd? See the people that turned up for this woman. This crowd is organic. Like there's no say that you can't even say, and you can't even say these people were bought with how much. These people, they came out on their own. They turned out organically for this woman. So you will know that Natasha is loved in her hometown. She is loved by her constituents. So that's just to tell you that that whole recall process that I talked about in my previous video was a sham. Like we said, it was. It was indeed a sham. You can see the crowd. And this took, Nigerians have been applauding her since this happened. In fact, let us give it up for the woman king. We thought Aisha Yesufu was the strongest woman in Nigeria politically, but Natasha Akpoti-uduaghan, Senator Natasha, in fact, she has shocked all of us. She told the Kogi state government, bye Felicia. She got in a helicopter to address her people, and she received a very amazing welcome. I'm so proud of her. And people have been saying, there have been so many positive comments surrounding this. I'll read some of the comments on social media following what happened. This person, Maurice Moyo, said, just so you know that Natasha's team are so smart. That's the hallmark of a great leader. And I totally agree. This person says, Natasha is not only defending her rights in politics, she's also defending your daughter's right to become whoever they dream to be in Nigerian politics. And that's on period. This person said Natasha Akpoti-uduaghan is teaching Nigerians how to do opposition politics. If men cannot liberate Nigeria, women will. It's just a matter of time. This person said, they said no convoy should be allowed in Kogi State. Natasha arrived in a helicopter. Strong, bold, fearless woman. This is the type of spirit required to confront the monsters who have seized power in Nigeria. Natasha is whoever she thinks she is. And I totally agree. The problems, this person, Oyiga Michael, said, the problem na say una no understand the street cred wey Senator Natasha gets. During last election, Yaya dug up all 5 roads into her village to prevent election materials getting in. Before morning, men turn up to repair am. That is the street credibility you're talking about that she had. She knows small. Akpabio and Ododo no reach. See people in Abuja. Someone said people in Abuja are running helter-skelter to recall Natasha. But the people in her constituents, her hometown, they love her organically. This one not be say cho. Like they show workings. And it is something to learn. Like it is something to pick up from this. She said nobody can stop her from coming home. She said she is an Ibira woman. This is her land. She is the daughter of late Jimo Abdul Akpoti. She said she knows her roots. She is not a bastard. She is not afraid of anybody. I love her guts. I love it for her. And she also made allegations that her life is being threatened, that they are planning to kill her. She mentioned Senator Akpabio, governor, the present governor of Kogi State, Governor Ododo. And I don't know. There's been a lot of concerns around this. First of all, one of the things I want to highlight is the fact that the police have made themselves available for the ruling party to, wield at their disposal. They cited security concerns in Kogi State. That is why they banned political rallies and all of that. But we know, we see that it is because of Natasha you are doing this. Okay, if there are security concerns, why not deploy security men, deploy policemen to be with her during her rally or during her engagement with her constituents to prevent any breakdown of law and order. But you decided to impose a ban, a blanket ban on the whole state just because Natasha was coming home. And see what happened. She had to use a helicopter. So why are the police making themselves a tool in the hands of the ruling party? I don't know if I'm making sense. She also talked about the fact that the recall will not be successful because we know we had. In fact, let's watch this interview together.
Whole process of our distinguished senator Natasha Akpoti-uduaghan, I think, is an arrangement between people who do not mean well for the people of Kogi Central. She has not done anything to us. There is nothing the federal government has given to her to give us that she has not given to us. We don't have issues with her personally. The issue with the Senate president shouldn't bother us at all. So it is just some greedy elements who has lost touch with the reality on ground that wants to recall her.
This is from one of her constituents, categorically saying that there was nothing happening at their polling unit on the day of the recall. So they are wondering who are the people, who are the 250 constituents that signed for Natasha's recall and gave to INEC. Now INEC has a question to answer, and we are still calling on INEC that if they do not do the right thing, if they allow themselves to be used as they always do, it's going to be a problem. It's really going to be sad. It's going to be unfortunate because this all evidence points to the fact that these signatures were forged to recall Natasha. Her constituents are speaking now that they were not called to any polling unit. Nothing happened at the polling unit that day, at their polling unit. No, nothing happened at their ward. Nothing happened. So where the 250,000, where the 250,000 constituents come up from? Where did those 250,000 signatures come from? That is a question that they need to answer. We can all see what is happening, and it will be a shame. It will be a fail. It will be a shame. It will be a dent on our democracy if this recall process is allowed to scale through, because we are all seeing it. Some of the people that were interviewed following her rally, they spoke of this yesterday. They spoke about. They said nobody was induced. Nobody was given anything. This was organic. People trekked miles. People trekked miles just to see Natasha because they know what they have been gaining from her. She has been very active in her constituency. She gives them whatever is meant for them. She comes regularly. She's very active. And all of a sudden, there's a recall process going on. Who signed the petition? We'll continue talking about this until the right thing is done. Let us hope that this recall process is not successful. Let's hope it doesn't scale through. Our eyes are on INEC. The eyes of Nigerians are on INEC, calling on them to do the right thing. And let us hope they do the right thing. All right, my next story for today is on Annie Idibia. Annie is back on Instagram. Annie is back. And we're all excited. We're all happy for her. It's just like everyone held their breath while all of this was going on, while all the issue around her divorce was going on, and her ex-husband has been gallivanting the whole Nigeria, the whole town with his newfound love and newfound fiancé, Natasha Osawaru. We're all happy. Annie came back. First of all, she made a post saying thank you to her fans, to her supporters, to everyone that has been on her side this period. She said thank you to everyone. And I opened the comment section. It was all positive vibes. It was all love. Everyone, supporting her and saying, welcome back. We're so glad to have you back. We hope that, you pick up yourself so fast. And people were saying, There are messages like, we look forward to the next big thing, whatever you want to do, we are here to support you. And it was so overwhelming to see the kind of support that she has gathered. She had about 7 point something million followers, and now she's at 8 million followers or thereabouts. And it's what still amuses me is the fact that there are so many stories. Why she was silent all this while since Two-Face announced their separation in January. She has been silent, and so many stories flew around how she was in rehab, how she was in a very critical condition, how her family was planning to take her to India to amputate her leg. I don't know where all those stories came from, but I'm glad. We're all glad. I'm glad to see that Annie is back. She has to post a video, showing herself. She was walking. She had to walk from her house to the car. She showed us that her legs were okay and intact. She showed us that she was fine. And to be very honest, I'm happy that she could bounce back. And the fact that she didn't even bother to address anything, she just picked up herself and she's back on Instagram. She's back on with her life. We are so happy for her. And to be honest, if she's going to use this moment, this cloud, would I say this cloud, this opportunity to start up anything, Nigerians would fall massively behind her. They will support her. They will throw their weight in supporting her. Whatever she aims to do right now, she's going to gain huge support from Nigerians. And I hope she does something very soon. But I'm really glad that she's back. She has been posting. She posted a picture of, or a video of herself and her last born, Isabella, both of them bonding, singing. She posted made a post on Instagram. She did a repost of her daughter Isabella wishing happy Mother's Day, and it was so heartwarming to see. We're so happy for Annie. We're glad she's back. People expected her to, crumble. People expected her to be under for a long time, but of course, Annie did what a powerful woman would do. She picked herself up. She claims the narrative. She has stepped back into the limelight. She's now focused on herself. And I forgot to mention, she has yanked the name Idibia off her name. The first Instagram post she made, she signed it off as Annie Macaulay. So she has removed Idibia. But Idibia is still on her Instagram handle. So a lot of us are waiting for her to yank that off her Instagram handle. But now she has reclaimed her maiden name, and that is for us a fresh start, and we're really happy for her. She has done what a powerful woman would do. She's focusing on herself right now. She's owning the narrative. In a world that loves to see women broken after a divorce or a separation, Annie has changed the narrative. She has bounced back and she's redefining herself, and it's so pleasant to see. Meanwhile, Natasha Osawuru, the Edo State lawmaker. Someone has tagged that the desperate honorable. That is the new name that we see of her on social media. Desperate honorable. I don't know if it's that the freezer named her that, or it's just Nigerians just talking as usual. But they've tagged her the desperate honorable. She has added Idibia to her name on her Instagram. And a lot of people, definitely Annie supporters, have come up to say that you can take the name. We are no longer interested. Annie is no longer interested. Annie is fine, and that's what matters to us. You can take the name. Someone said this name will still reach everybody last. So many hilarious comments. And then Daddy Freeze now came out to say that there's a possibility of Annie suing Natasha, citing her as the reason for her divorce, for her crashed home.
So I saw the name Idibia on Honorable Natasha's profile. If you start answering Idibia, this is to the Honorable, my humble opinion, I'm not a lawyer or a judge. Don't you think that Annie can sue and say, because they're not divorced, and say you led to the demise of her marriage, and if she wins, she can make you pay compensation? Just a thought. Ask your lawyer.
And then our Bobrisky also has an opinion in this issue. He said, wait, Two-Face left and Idibia for Natasha. That Two-Face left and Idibia. He didn't even go for someone more prettier or more sexier. Someone said, actually, Natasha has different. She always changes in every picture or video they see of her, and I think so too. Every picture I've seen of Natasha is different. Every video I've seen of her is different. As though she's a shapeshifter, changing faces up and down. But whatever it is, I'm not here to say if she is prettier, she's not prettier, or she's not sexier than Annie or whatever. But I don't think that a woman should be reduced to her looks. She should be able to be, a woman should be celebrated for other things, her achievements, her career achievements, her, her confidence, every other thing. It mustn't be tied to her looks. But people will always say what everyone is entitled to their opinions, and that is it. So at the end of the day, yeah, all of these issues around these women I talked about today, Natasha, Akpoti-uduaghan, Annie Idibia, even Natasha or Sauru, it's all showing us that, like, at the end of the day, these three women, they have something in common. They have power. They're all showing us an example of how women can refuse to be silenced, how women can break barriers, and how women can bounce back from setbacks. Natasha Akpoti is showing us that women deserve a place in politics and we will not be bullied out. Annie Idibia is showing us that women can pick themselves up and build again after a public breakup and a public humiliation. And then our dear Honorable Natasha Osawaru, she's showing us that women can love boldly, irrespective of what anyone says. Women can love boldly while also focusing on their careers. So, what is the real takeaway from my story today? Women are no longer waiting for permission to take up space. They are owning it. So, let me know, guys, what are your thoughts in the comments about all of the stories I've talked about today? Let me know your thoughts in the comments as usual. And don't forget to please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you're just seeing this face for the first time, you're welcome to our corner. This is a channel where we talk about all things trending, political, entertainment, even on the international scene. We talk about everything. You're welcome. I promise you, you would not regret it. So I'll see you again in my next video.